What's going on, YouTube? And welcome to the Five Geeks and Freaks channel. Myself, Animatics, and the usual suspects, Bob,
Yep.
Lewis,
Yeah, what's up?
and Nib.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
And today on the butchering table, we have Suicide Squad, I can say a super anti-hero movie, which a team of incarcerated villains are recruited by the government for a dangerous mission in exchange for a reduced sentence. I guess I'll start off the bat, guys. So, in one word, or in several words, if you will, how would you describe your feelings towards Suicide Squad?
Can I go first?
If you won't go for it, Bob.
Um, it was terrific, but very, very, very bad.
That's what I said last week.
That's how I would summarize.
Okay. What about you, Lewis? What about you, Lewis?
Oh, we're gonna have to cut this bit.
Don't worry. What about you, Lewis? Go for it.
Uh, um, Let me think. It was a
Shall I go? I'll
letdown.
go.
It's a letdown.
Okay. What about you, Nib?
It was disappointing, very disappointing.
Okay. For me, I was confused. Completely confused. I did not understand it one bit, but I guess we'll just break it down. I guess we could just go through the
Yep.
storyline. Really, I think we'll try dissecting that first before we go into any other features. Just for my sake, did anyone understand what the hell was going on?
Yeah,
Um,
A little bit.
I
Uh,
literally at the end of it,
What didn't you
I
understand?
sat there. None of it made sense. Like it felt too rushed. I did like obviously if you read the comics, you'll probably have some type of emotional connection to these characters. You've read it, you know the background story. For a person like me who just watches the cinema and just got into the whole hype of DC and obviously Marvel at that point is when the movies came out. I didn't get it. I just they just threw Deadshot in there, threw these characters in there, and I was thinking, you know what? With the whole bad guy of that witch, I thought that was a bit of an obvious thing. One of them was going to go rogue. Literally,
Yeah.
one of them was going to go rogue, and it just felt I felt disconnected from the storyline. I thought they were trying to do too much too quick.
yeah.
In my opinion, I still didn't. I thought they were going to all fight together, do like an Avengers thing, but it just
It's a
seemed a
letdown.
mess.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they also reshot it as well. Because I can't remember what movie it was that. Yeah, BVS. Yeah, Superman versus Batman. Because it got a trashing as well. So they did
Yeah.
reshot some of the scenes as well. So I thought, okay, so they're gonna reshoot it. Maybe they're taking a conscious effort to think, okay, you know what? There was some bad things about Batman and Superman. So let's make sure we get this right. But
Nah, man.
it was
I
a
said it
mess.
before. I said before that they saw Guardians of the Galaxy and how well that did, and they thought, what's our
Trashing.
Guardians of the Galaxy gonna be? Okay, let's do Suicide Squad. It's definitely not supposed to be as comical in the comics. I haven't read any of them actually. I've only seen reviews of them and the kind of tone that it sets, but it's definitely not supposed to be like a comedy. But that's not to say it's a bad thing to make into comedy, but they didn't do it well. The characters were just awful. The story was pretty poor,
Yeah.
and there's just a lot of wasted potential, really.
Just touching back on that comedy thing, don't you think now this day and age with the DC comics and with all the movie hero comics that comedy sells? It's worked well with Iron Man, it's worked well with Avengers, and it's like you
Yeah.
said, it Guardian of the Galaxy comedy sells.
Yeah.
So that's what everyone's trying to do.
Well, personally, for me, I think if you can do the comedy right, do it. But DC, at least the source material is not comical, and the people who are writing the movies don't actually do comedy either. So
Would you
it's
say
just a really
Marvel's
bad.
comical as well then?
Well,
Like in terms
Marvel,
of the Avengers and stuff.
they Marvel comics generally have a lighter tone to them. It's more about superpowers, and DC is more about the story, more gritty. But the people that are writing the Marvel films, they seem to be hitting the sweet spot between getting the action and doing the comedy as well. But DC is just they don't know whether they're doing it serious and or being comical, and they're not doing either well. So it's just that's why they're getting bad reviews because they're not really pleasing anyone.
Hmm.
I wanted to say, about, going back to the storytelling and
Yeah.
character development, I'm trying to think of any kind of character development in this movie. I'm struggling though, because like the main characters were Harley Quinn and Will Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
Deadshot, yeah.
yeah, Deadshot, and they both pretty much started the movie sorry, they ended the movie pretty much in the
As
same
it
way that they
started.
started it.
Mm.
There was no like real, I don't know,
Yeah.
change in the characters. In that, when I was watching the Guardians of the Galaxy,
Mm.
like
Yeah.
characters changed throughout the movie. They like grew together. I didn't feel that
Yeah.
growing. Maybe the relationship between Harley Quinn and Deadshot, like it grew through the thingy, but um, the story was just
Yeah.
painful. I was honestly cracking up laughing in the cinema because it was so dreadful. It was almost came close to the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh.
I remember cracking up. I remember that feeling of cracking up at the first scene of Green Lantern because it was so bad.
See, but the
Um,
thing is, sorry, Brother Kobe, but with Green Lantern, I think they try to make an effort of getting you to relate to the character, whereas, like you said, you can't really remember anything about these characters. They just threw them in there, I felt.
Yeah. I agree with that. And
Yep.
yeah. Lucy, you wanna share your thoughts?
Not really. Everything's been said. No,
Yeah. I
my
think.
only major gripe was with some of the actors, like we talked about before.
like
Um,
Deadshot, was
yeah,
it
like
Will Smith's
Yeah.
character?
Deadshot
Deadshot. Yeah.
being in a mood the whole movie, and then being happy
Yeah,
for about 5 seconds near the end when he talks to his daughter about angles and what have you.
Yeah, that was a bit creepy. I
yeah,
Yeah,
thought. I
that
thought that
was
was
great.
really
I
creepy.
guess that's like
I
a
thought,
funny way they were trying to like get the father and daughter together because she's like, "You're a bad man. You have to go to jail." Maybe they're
Like
trying to get
this
like father
movie
daughter
was
together.
entertaining, and I think like I did find myself laughing a few times
okay,
in this.
okay. In
Uh,
terms of what scenes would you say? Because I just didn't. I thought they were trying too hard.
Yeah,
scenes.
there was no
Um,
chemistry really.
Yeah.
there was like there was for me there was chemistry between obviously the Joker and Harley.
Yeah,
So every time they were on screen, that was
Yeah.
like
yeah, that was the
those were my
best bits.
favorite scenes. Um, but it was just more like a compilation rather than a movie. It was just
Mm.
like they took random scenes from the history and like just put them together. But I don't know, movie sucked. It
Yeah.
was really, really boring. The pacing was really bad as well. Like I found myself like every time Harley and Joker were on it, it was like really high octane. Like the music, the sound in
Mm.
the movie like always picked up. So it was really engaging. And then they would cut to I don't know like Will Smith being grumpy or Joel Kinnaman, whatever character he played. It was just really, really boring. So it went from exciting to boring again, which isn't good.
Yeah.
Isn't good.
I mean, do you guys remember the characters off by heart?
No, I don't. I'm looking
I
at the
sort of
cast.
do.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fire
I
dude.
do.
I think all I remember is Deadshot, Harlequin, and do you know, there was one character that I wanted them to
Captain
develop.
Boomerang.
Don't even get me started on that guy. We'll get to that. There's one character I thought they should have focused on more, and I thought they should have built his storyline was El Diablo.
Yeah, he was cool.
Well,
Yeah,
they did give him a bit where he talks about how he killed his family
Yeah,
and all
Yeah,
that. So
but
they
the
did
thing is,
try.
yeah.
yeah, but I
So
think
much
by the
cheese.
time they got there, I had
You
lost
didn't care.
all
Yeah.
interest. I didn't
Yeah.
care what you did. I liked the character,
Yeah.
but
There
at the
was a
end of it,
surprisingly lot of stereotypes in this movie as well.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Vidal was saying, talking about Captain Boomerang,
yeah,
like with the fire dude, what's the actor's
El
name?
Diablo,
Jay
Jay
Hernandez,
Hernandez, yeah,
or
a Mexican.
yeah, or Diablo. That was like a very stereotypical
Yeah.
like
But the thing
Hispanic.
is
Then
that
Killer Croc as well at the end asking for
yeah.
BT. That's another stereotype. Like what is up
Yeah.
with the
But the
movie?
thing is that I can't obviously when you watch it, if you haven't don't know the comics, obviously that's going to be I has have any of us seen the comics? Are they based on the same characters? Are they origin from
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It's like Suicide Squad is like Justice League or Avengers, where there's always different members. There's not always a set group.
Okay.
Deadshot and I think Boomerang guy. I think those two are original people
Mm,
from Suicide Squad. But yeah, it's fine that they picked and choose them, but they did change. Obviously, the Deadshot is not black in the comics, but they've changed a couple of things. They did
yeah,
things
but was
differently.
El Diablo actually, let's say per se, a Mexican as they're portraying him to
I
be?
I know I don't know if El Diablo Killer
Yeah,
Croc. he's just a giant crocodile guy. He's a Batman villain, but yeah, I don't think he's black. He's not supposed to be black because in this they kind of portrayed him as a black guy. He's
Yeah.
Oh
wearing a
yeah,
hoodie.
Batfleck was in this. I quite liked the way Batman like got a few scenes in this movie.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
quite
liked
enjoyed.
I
I quite
didn't.
enjoyed like the references they dropped.
and
Uh,
Flash was
Flash
there as
was there
well.
for
yeah, the
Boomerang.
way
Yeah.
like I really liked it in the Marvel universe as well when they try to tie in the movies. It's just
Mm.
something that I really enjoy, and I think um, they did a lot more than I expected in this movie. Like they actually had the Batmobile and they had Batman
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
several scenes, including the end credit scene,
Do you
which is pretty
think
cool.
that when, because we all like these scenes where Batman comes in, Flash comes in. Do you reckon maybe because we don't know much about these characters, maybe I don't know, that affects
Yeah,
how
it
we're
does. It
thinking
does.
about it?
Yeah, it does.
It
It
does
does. Yeah.
because you don't have that. Like I said, with Batman, for example, yeah, you've got that movie with Batman versus Superman. Fair enough, it's played by a different actor because obviously you've had what was it, Christian Bale, was
Christian
it?
Yeah,
Bale. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Christian Bale playing it now. But you've got the other actor, which you've got used to. You've got that story. You've got that time
yeah,
to get to know him. But now then you go onto here. So if you see him, you're like, oh yeah, he's from that movie. Even though you
Yeah.
know he's not there, you've had that. But with these characters and that one character, they blew his head off. I can't remember what his
Yeah,
name was. All he did was climb
uh,
the freaking wall and hit a lake.
Alan B.
That's all he did.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's supposed to run.
they
It's
Yeah,
not
introed
supposed to
him.
run
and the
away.
thing
Introed
is,
him as someone
if
who could climb anything.
Yeah.
I think his name's Slipknot in the comics, but I don't know what they called him here. But yeah, when he came on the scene, I knew he was gonna die. It's like Star Trek,
Yeah,
the old Star Trek. There's always like they always take two guys you've
dementia.
never seen before, and
Yeah.
they always die. And this guy came. Everyone had like their own backstory, and they
Yeah,
explained
they
Yeah,
like
did
this
that's
guy.
intro
He didn't
compilations
have
and
anything.
he
He
just
just turned up, and I was like, he's gonna
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. I don't know when, but he's gonna die. And that
I don't know
because
how.
you didn't feel the tension that they if one of them tries to escape they're gonna die or what they're gonna do. He was so dumb as well. He just like ran off and just,
But so
Uh,
just wanted to bring it back to Bob's comment about Batman, and you all agree it was good to see him, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't.
Why?
Only because I have gripes in these movies. You know, when you watch movies, do you ever think, okay, when there's a big battle going on in a New York type
Yeah.
city, don't you think to yourself, if it's a DC world, if it's a Marvel world,
yeah, it's a very
what are
good
the
point.
what are the other guys doing? So I was thinking through it. Yeah, when they shoot, if this place is blowing up and shit's hitting the fan, right?
Yeah.
Where's Superman? Where's Batman? Where's the Flash?
But-
We know
they-
they're in the movie. No, we know they're in this universe. We know they're
I
in this
think-
film.
I think in terms of Batman though, Batman and Amanda Waller, the
Well,
Black
yeah,
Lady,
yeah.
they were like been communicating like as the movie was going on. So I think Amanda Waller was saying to him, "Look, I've got metahumans. I might not need you to come in and sort shit out."
Yeah,
I
but
don't
then
know.
what about Flash? What about Superman? This is what I'm saying. The whole thing,
Oh,
the whole
Superman
squad.
Superman is dead in this movie, in this timeline.
Oh,
They
okay,
do
so it's,
mention. They do mention.
Yeah, because they mentioned that, didn't they? Yeah, they showed that.
yeah. Okay,
the
cool.
Flash,
That's I
the
missed
Flash,
that out.
Yeah, you hadn't seen. Yeah, that's fair
the
enough.
Flash, Wonder Woman, where she.
See, that's my biggest gripe on like these universe worlds. When there's, I always think, yeah, when I'm saying that
But-
you've got these dead set, but if you've got something crazy going on, yeah, you know, you've got like they even mentioned we'll get to the end credit scenes, but they do mention other superheroes, other meta-humans, if you will. And I think to myself, why, what are they doing? Just kicking back?
But you have
Only
that in
in the-
Marvel movies as well, though.
But
No,
in
exactly.
that-
That's my
Yeah.
biggest gripe. That's
That's
in
what I'm
just how
saying.
movies
Yeah.
are made.
In the defense of that, I think only Superman would be the only one because he's got super hearing. I don't think Wonder Woman would be able to know that there's
okay.
something going down in or the Flash. He can only run or he can do things at
Okay,
supersonic speed.
okay. I know this is very petty, but this is just from my point because if you're going to
Yeah,
show Flash, I think if
yeah.
you're going to show Flash, if you're going to mention these characters,
But he was in Australia for some reason.
exactly how
No,
So he's
but
in Australia.
also-
He's chilling over there. He's not
Also-
in.
the attack though lasted like several days. There would have been news bulletins.
exactly that's what I'm saying.
Word would have gotten around, but I think we might be being a little bit gripey or petty.
That's just my little gripe with it.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think in that just because
That's
it
a
was
fair gripe
funny-
though.
Yeah,
Very
but the
fair.
thing is, if you're irritated with a film, any little gripe
Yeah.
will just explode. I just want to catch on to anything that's pissing me off about it.
Well, from
My gripe.
Yeah.
Your
my
gripe.
gripe is a Joker. I'm just gonna
Oh.
put that out there. Yeah, they
That was
should
my
have put.
favorite bit.
No,
Okay.
it's my that was a like when I originally heard about the film, they said the plot was going to be that these guys are trying to capture the Joker
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's become a threat. So when I saw the film, I was a bit surprised that they were going after Enchantress or whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I thought that the original idea was probably a little bit better because I wanted to see them because they're supposed to be part of his kind of group by the, in some DC comics they become his crew, and I wanted to see that evolution. But here it's just like they just did the job, and and they wasted the Joker. He did quite a good job
See,
in a
but
couple of scenes.
ignorance is bloody bliss because I didn't know that,
I didn't
and now
either.
that I do, I'm really angry that they didn't, that the director didn't follow through with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
God
but then
damn it.
they get different. I mean, it's more to directors and storyline script writers as well. But the thing is, I think they're right there. The biggest topic I think I've read about is the Joker himself.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm a big fan of Jared Leto. I'm a massive fan of his music and his acting. I still
Yeah.
think Heath Ledger is by far
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best one I've seen.
Mm.
Now, the biggest thing is a lot of people are criticizing the fact is that Jared Leto's not a good Joker. What do you guys think?
I
Yeah,
thought he did a
He's
good job.
yeah.
To be honest, he was different. Obviously, he can't be the same,
Mm.
but he brings his own things to it. He tries to own it.
mm.
Yeah, no
I
one's
thought
gonna.
I thought he was really good. Like I truly thought he was clinically insane. The way he
Yeah,
did
Yeah.
his Velociraptor throat clicking thing was genius.
yeah.
The tattoo of on his hand of a smiley face. That scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how he walked away from the helicopter crash.
Yes,
But
yes.
apart from that, he did a terrific job. There should have been so much more of him.
Yeah, I
But
think the biggest
hopefully in the
criticism is
next movie now he will.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, definitely. I think the Batman movie, I think he's going to feature in as well.
yeah, he's a
But the
great.
thing is, yeah, but the thing is, I think a lot of people are saying because a lot of people are Heath Ledger fans, and absolutely, but again, like I say, is the best Joker I've seen.
Yeah.
They saying Jared Leto is not great, Uh, and despite the fact, as you feel, I think he didn't get enough time. You can't. I mean, Heath
Yeah.
Ledger had a whole
Yeah,
film. He had a
yeah,
whole film to develop a character, whereas Jared Leto just had what split couple of scenes.
Yeah, he was only
yeah,
in there when it suited Harley, basically.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
He didn't have
That's
his
right,
own
man.
thing. He was like a support to Harley in this film.
yeah, definitely.
They
But I
also
think
made gone.
no, sorry, Karen. I was just going to say something about Joker.
I was gonna start talking about a different character,
I
so
just
let's
wanted to say
start
something
talking
about Joker.
about Joker.
Does
Yeah, cool.
does anyone else thought when they were watching Jared Leto portray the Joker that he reminded them of Jack Sparrow?
No.
Trust me,
Uh,
look back at it, Jack. Some of the tone.
I can see what you now that you say that I can kind of understand why you think that.
I kept thinking like he did the joke, the last thing, but then when he was talking to Harlequin, especially, it was weird. I just kept
I think that
thinking,
is the Joker though. That
no,
is
no, no,
the
no,
Joker.
no. But the thing is, like,
Like Joker, the Joker character and
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Jack
I just
Sparrow character, they do like share a lot.
similar. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they are pretty much crazy, and they do communicate in weird ways.
yeah.
Maybe they should have got Johnny Depp to play the Joker.
Nah, Johnny Depp's. I think he's gone off the wall right now. I mean,
Isn't he in court?
Even better then.
He's,
Even better
he's
then.
too busy
he's too
beating women
busy.
up and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to
Really?
say.
Do that in the film. Get paid.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was just my thing. I thought you just reminded me of Jack Sparrow, and I just thought because my basis on Joker is on the animation series and Heath Ledger, and obviously I just don't see why they didn't give him the cut face either.
Yeah.
You know, the smile. They just
Mm.
didn't do that
Yeah,
part. That's
Yeah, comics always have different versions of the same character, so I guess they just want to go something different. Because if he tried to do that, probably everyone compare it to Heath Ledger's. They already are, but if he
Yeah.
tried to do everything the same, like the same sort of, his outfit was a lot more darker in
yeah,
the Dark Knight, and this one is more. He had a lot of like bling. He's more gangster sort of. He
yeah.
had tattoos.
He needs a movie though. I
I
think.
think once you start comparing like Heath Ledger to
Yeah, you
Jared
can't
Leto,
really.
there's no winners really,
Yeah, but
because
you're always gonna do
yeah,
that though
like
because
if you try to copy him and if you do exactly the same, you'd be like, oh, that's not original. You're just copying what was done.
Yeah,
What are
exactly,
you doing
exactly,
differently? And then if you do something differently, oh, why are you doing it differently? Why don't you do it like the last
exactly.
guy?
No,
He was
no,
good.
exactly, exactly. Exactly. I mean, whoever played the Joker, even if it wasn't Jared Leto, you're always going to be Heath
Yeah.
Ledger's
Yeah.
shadow. Just, I mean,
Yeah.
there was a Facebook campaign of him getting an Oscar. They just, I mean,
Yeah.
he's well renowned for that one role, and no
Yeah.
matter who steps in his shoes, it's gonna be. I think he needs. I think I'll give Jared Leto as a Joker a one full movie. I think he needs that, just to see how he plays out.
Yeah, he
I'm
Yeah.
definitely
already
fits it.
convinced, mate. I could totally see him nailing
Yeah, you
it.
could own it. Yeah.
Mm.
Hopefully, he signed a contract.
Well, apparently, yeah, there's this article saying that he felt tricked because they said the film's gonna go in a different direction to what it turned out. So I feel bad for him. I think he could have done a lot. I don't know.
I
Probably maybe he
think
did do a lot more with the role. He just didn't get the chance to show the
Yeah.
audience that.
Yeah.
we'll probably expect a director's cut then, like similar to Batman vs Superman,
Yeah,
extended version when it comes out on Blu-ray.
which I'm not
But
watching.
I want to talk about my biggest gripe with the movie.
Go for it.
The Enchantress.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
what's
Yeah.
her name? Cara. I can't even
Delevingne.
pronounce
Listen, I thought
Delevingne.
she was hot when she was the Enchantress. When she was playing the
She was
Doctor,
hot. But she cannot act. The dancing ritual bit, she looked like she was just being retarded. Um, like
That's how I
literally, she looked like
dance.
she was trying to pop and lock, like in a weird hip hop kind of way, but she just couldn't. And then on top of that, you got bad acting and you've got bad script writing. So the stuff
yeah, but
she's
the thing
talking
is
is
with
horrible. But then on top of that, you got horrible CGI. The
yeah,
CGI,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the costumes she had was stupid. So like I think the only reason they cast her is because of her face. Like she's popular at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really popular.
I'll say I'm a big
Because
fan
she
of
can't act.
hers. I'm a big
Um,
fan, and she does listen to this. I'm on your side. Um, but the thing is, I think she's not. She's a model first off, and
yeah,
she's getting into acting. I mean, the first movie she will
got
ever do.
serious eyebrows though.
Yeah, I mean, she's setting her own trend, and more power to her. But I think it's unfair because you can't expect someone who's not doing that trade when they give a first block. Well, can we call this a blockbuster? But a blockbuster film to actually play someone big and then not really given the chance because she didn't really do much acting. They, like you said, it was CGI. She had that one dance move she had to do. Most of the
Yeah.
time, she was just standing there holding her hands up.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
it's fair to say that she's not an actress by her
but
main
then why is she
profession.
in the movie?
Exactly.
She's not. I mean, I'm assuming that's something you've got to talk to the director about. Maybe
Like,
why?
like
Maybe
if
Who
I'll
I
would you
was,
write
have
her
cast? Who
email.
would you have cast?
Who? I've got a terrific choice.
Uh,
The girl from the 300 sequel. The
oh
what's her
her,
name?
Oh,
the
Um,
leader of the.
what's her name? She was in Casino Royale.
yeah.
Yeah, that girl. Can't remember
Guys,
her
we
name.
might not know the name, but in this video, you're about to see a picture come up. So
Eva Green. Eva
yeah,
Oh,
Green.
that's
I
Oh
it.
think
my
that
god.
is. I
She
think
is
that's it.
one psycho bitch. But she was hot as fuck.
You
Like
know,
if
okay.
she was a chance,
On that topic, would we recast any of the characters right now if we had a choice?
um,
Deadshot.
Really?
Deadshot, I would rewrite his script to make it
Yeah,
more
I think that's the
engaging.
main issue.
And
Um,
change his facial expressions for the whole movie. 'Cause it's the
Make him wear
same.
the
He's
is
just
mask.
in a
that
bad mood the whole movie.
it does.
It's boring.
Amanda Waller, that black lady,
Yeah,
in the comics or the cartoons, does she end up becoming like the president of the world or something?
I don't know, but she is a black lady in the comics, and she is in charge of the project that I can't remember what it is, Task Force X.
Is she like Samuel Jackson's character in the Avengers kind of thing?
No, I think she's pretty much what she is in the film. I think that's quite faithful to the comics.
She has a lot of this no need to account for what she does thing
Yeah.
in her role, which I find quite weird. Like
Yeah,
Right.
she gets permission to set up the squad, she does it, and then she just has like them save her in the middle of that building and then kills everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
hell was
it's
that about?
so bloody
I
retarded,
know.
man.
What the hell was that about?
And she was such a good shot. Like she killed them all.
Yeah.
But then when the monster was coming through, or whatever you want to call those things, when she was in the helicopter, she was shooting like
Yeah.
everywhere but the head. I was like, what happened to your skills? Like you forgot them. You left them in the building. But
Which is
yeah.
creepy.
Um,
I think what now is where do they go from here with the movie?
Oh, I'll go. I'll go.
Go on then, go.
Okay.
Alright, so my thoughts for the film were that there's a lot of wasted potential, and I think DC are trying to just do whatever's popular at the moment, like copying Guardians of the Galaxy, trying to put comedy in. They should really do what they know best. Learn from the Batman films; those are dark, those are faithful to the comics. Do that sort of style, just expand it to other characters and other stories that they have, and to put more Joker. Don't waste your biggest, most popular character potentially for that film and put him in for like 5 minutes.
All right. Well, my final thoughts are that I totally agree with Nid. By the way, I wouldn't pay to watch this movie again. I thought it was a waste of money. But if you're really, really into the comic book scene, I think it's worth a shot. You might enjoy some scenes, and you'll probably sleep through the rest of it. Lewis, your final thoughts?
Just to echo what you two said, I think a lot of potential, but not enough done script-wise and character development-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching the trailers, it was just like, oh yeah, Joker's gonna be in it, awesome. Joker's gonna do this. He has his reputation, and then all the other support cast. But it turns out the support cast were the main cast, and Joker was the support cast, which is a huge
Yeah.
disappointment. So my final thoughts are, yeah, could have been great. It was just below average. Palms.
Cool.
Well, my thoughts are exactly what you guys think, but not coming from reading the comics or not being a super geek, I'm looking this at from a freak point of view. So this whole movie was a complete waste of time. I'm more confused than I was at the start, and I really don't give a shit what happens to this film or any of its characters. I think it was a complete waste of time. Right, guys, that wraps up our second video of Suicide Squad. Let us know what you think on the comments below, and we should respond. Let us know if you thought the Joker was good or if you thought the movie was better than we thought originally. Again, remember to like, subscribe, and we'll release a new video soon.
Peace.
See ya.